'Cause I can dance, I can talk. Only thing about me is the way I walk. And it looks so real, I can see it. And it tastes so real, I can taste it. And it feels so real, I can feel it. And it sounds so real, I can hear it. So and I touch it.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
Oh, you can.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Anything?
Hello. Hello. So how are you? Are you okay today? Yeah. So I hope you enjoy the nice weather at the moment. Yeah. And I hope you worked hard on your English. Well, thank you for the emails. Some people sent me emails. It's good to know someone watches the video, so thank you. Now, do you remember some of the vocabulary from last week? Okay, so look. Yeah. So, what is this? Yeah, it's a beard. A beard, remember? And how do you say affreux? Affreux, terrible, affreux. Yeah, it's awful, awful. Sounds like door or more. It's awful. It's awful. Okay. How can you say plutôt or assez? Plutôt, assez. Quite. The sound is quite. Okay, good. And we talked about houses last week. How can you say hôtel particulier? Yeah, it's a mansion. Okay. How can you say la marque de fabrication? La marque de. Yeah, it's the make or the brand. The brand. Okay. So you know the adjective intelligent. Can you imagine a different adjective for intelligent? Yeah. Clever. So my friend Bob is very clever. He can speak 5 languages. He can speak 5 languages. He's clever. Okay. How do you say demi or moitié? Yeah, it's half. It's half. Good. Okay. How do you say une livre? Une livre for the money. Yeah. In England, it's a pound. And at the moment, you can imagine the pound goes down. You can imagine. Okay, good. How can you say le taux de change? Le taux de change for the pound and the euro. Yeah, It's the exchange rate. Exchange rate. And money, for the money, the pound, the euro, the dollar, the yen, etc., the dong, you say the currency. This is the word for money, it's the currency. So un bureau d'échange is a currency exchange. Currency exchange. Okay, et le taux de change is the exchange rate. Yeah, so rate, c'est le taux. Okay, good. And how can you say remarquer? Remarquer quelque chose. J'ai remarqué quelque chose. Yeah, it's to notice something. Okay, very good. Okay. Now, can you take your books? Can you take your books? Good. So turn to page 39. 39 in the books. And can you see this part here? So last week we talked about can, pouvoir, or savoir aussi. Yeah? So Bob can speak 5 languages. He's clever. He can speak, parce qu'on insiste pas trop sur le can. Donc normalement on dit can, mais on peut dire complètement normalement, on peut dire aussi can. Yeah. So he can speak 5 languages. Yeah. So he can speak 5 languages. Yeah. Maybe you can speak, I imagine, 3, 4 languages. Yeah. But the negative, so can, the negative, can't. Avec la voiture dedans. Car, can't. I can, I can, and I can't. Et si on insiste sur le mot, on dit can. Et si c'est léger, on dit can. Okay? So, can you speak German? Ooh, yes, I can. Parce qu'on insiste. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Or no, I can't. I can't. So can't, comme la voiture, car, can't. This is the British standard pronunciation. Okay, but in America, well, you see the songs. In America, it's probably can, or can't. Can, can't. Okay, so it's a little different. Okay, now, so in the books, look at exercise number 1. So we talk about, well, we have Ivy, remember Ivy, and Alfie. Alfie, her cousin Alfie. So they ask questions with can. So can you, okay. Then the verb. Okay. So for example, can you speak a foreign language? Langue étrangère. Can you speak a foreign language? Yeah. And probably you say yes. Ivy says yes, I can, or no, I can't. Okay. So listen to the audio, and can you tick, pushy, tick the things Ivy can do, and cross the things she can't do. Okay, so listen now. Oh, and remember, you can listen again if you click on the link on my website under the video. Okay, so listen now and complete exercise 1. Okay.
Tape script 5.6. Ivy can't cook. Can you?
So what can I do? Speak a foreign language. Well, yes, I can speak French and Spanish a little bit, but just holiday Spanish. Cooking? No, I can't cook at all. My mum can. She's a fantastic cook. Sports. Well, I think I'm quite good at sports. My cousin Alfie says I'm not because I can't skateboard, but skateboarding's not a sport. I can swim, of course. Everyone can swim, can't they? I can swim very well. I like swimming and I like tennis. I can play tennis quite well. But skiing is my best sport. I love it. And I can ski really well, really fast. Musical instruments. Well, no, I can't play any musical instruments. My dad can play the guitar brilliantly, and my mum can play the piano a bit, but I can't play anything at all.
Okay, yeah. Remember, you have the dialogue at the end of the book. So the dialogue is, yes, page 123. 123. 123. Okay, so, and remember, can and can't is invariable for every person. Can, so I can, he can, she can, you can, no change. Can and can't, invariable. So can, can Ivy cook? So no, she can't. And you can repeat with me out loud. Okay. So can she skateboard? So no, she can't. She can't skateboard. No, she can't. Can she swim? Yes, she can. Yes, she can swim. Yes, she can. Can she play tennis? Yes, she can. Yes, she can. She can play tennis. Can she ski? Yes, she can. Can she ski? Yes, she can. Can she play any musical instruments? No, she can't. Okay, very good. So now we have some adverbs like quite, plutôt, assez, presque, mais pas tout à fait, quite. Here we have some adverbs. So not at all, pas du tout, deux fois, twice, a little bit, a bit or a little bit, un petit peu, a little bit, quite well, assez bien, quite well, very well, très bien, really well, vraiment bien, really well, or brilliantly, de façon fantastique, excellently, brilliantly, fantastically. Okay, so complete the sentences with the adverbs to practice the adverbs, and then we can listen. So stop the video, complete the text, and we can listen. We can listen to hear if you are correct. Okay. Okay, So now we have the audio. We can listen to the audio.
Tape script 5.7. 1,
She can speak Spanish a little bit.
2,
She can't cook at all.
3,
She can swim very well.
4,
She can play tennis quite well.
5,
She can ski really well.
6,
Her dad can play the guitar brilliantly.
7,
Her mum can play the piano a bit.
8.
She can't play anything at all.
Okay, very good, very good. Now look at exercise number 6. So unfortunately we can't do number 4 and number 5 because we can't discuss, we can't speak. So, but we can do number 6, okay? So listen again to the audio, and can you underline the sentence, the sentence that you hear. So underline the sentence you hear. Okay, so listen now.
Tape script 5.8. Can or can't. 1,
She can cook.
2,
I can't hear you.
3,
They can't come to the party.
4,
Can you see my glasses anywhere?
5,
You can't always get what you want.
6,
Can you do the homework?
Okay, good. Now, do you know this film? So look at this.
Watch this.
Yeah? Yeah. Do you recognize the film? Yeah. In English, the title is Back to the Future. Bum, bum, bum. Yes. And do you know the story? Yes. So we have Michael J. Fox travels in time. He goes back to 1955. He travels in time because today we travel in time. We go to a moment before the virus, a long time ago, when we could go outside. Now, so do you know the past, the preterite, the past for your verbs? Yeah. So for many weeks, I asked you to learn a little bit by bit, your irregular verbs in the past. And now we start the past. It's easy. It's easy. The past is easy. It's okay. Now, remember, the most important verb is to be or not to be. So, I'm Spartacus. Yeah. I'm Dan. Yeah. Bob, he, my friend Bob, he is. She is, it is, it's, he's. Yeah. We are, you are, they are, there. Okay, good. Now, good news. Well, in the present, we have the contraction. So I'm, he's, she's, it's, we're, you're, there. Now, in the past, there's no contraction. Okay? There's no contraction, so it's easy. We say every word individually. Okay? Now, what is the past for the verb être, be? Yes, was or were. So, yeah. So it is in the past, it was. Yeah? Or, we are, you are in the past. Yeah? We were, you were. Okay? Now, a little thing for the pronunciation. So remember, for can, we have the strong pronunciation. Yes, I can. But normally it's soft pronunciation, light pronunciation. Normally we say can. Can you speak 5 languages? Bob can speak 5 languages. So can. It's the same with was and were for the verb to be, être. Okay? So the strong pronunciation is was or were, plural, were, was and were. But when we speak, naturally, we say was and were. Was and were. Yeah, was and were. So the soft pronunciation was, the strong pronunciation was. Was and was. Or for were, so strong pronunciation, were. Soft pronunciation, were. Like the, were. It's the sound. Okay. Don't panic. It's okay. Now, can you turn the page to page 40? So here we have the present and the past. Okay, so read the questions here. Okay, and you can see the questions in the present. So is, I am, he is, you are, and the same questions in the past. So was and were. Okay. So you can complete the text if you want, but it's not necessary. The most important thing is to practice the present and the past. Okay, so listen now to the questions.
Tape script 5.9. 1,
What day is it today? What day was it yesterday?
2,
What month is it now? What month was it last month?
3,
Is it sunny today? Was it sunny yesterday?
4,
Where are you now? Where were you yesterday?
5,
Where are your parents now? Where were they yesterday?
6,
Are you in England now? Were you in England last year?
7,
Can you ski? Could you ski when you were 5?
8,
Can your teacher speak a lot of languages? Could your teacher speak English when she was 7?
It's okay. Now, a good exercise, really a good exercise, can you cover the past and stop the video, try to say the past questions. So you read the present and try to make the same questions in the past. Okay, so what day is it today? Same question in the past. What day was it yesterday? Or even better, encore mieux, what day was it? Was it yesterday? Good. What day was it yesterday? What day was it yesterday? Okay, so stop the video. So cover the past, try to practice the questions in the past. Okay? Yeah? It's a good exercise. Try to repeat the exercise. It's good to remember. Now, you can see the past of is was, the past of are is were, and the past of can is could. Good is good. Okay, good. Okay, good. Now look at the grammar part here. So can you complete the table? Okay, so we have, so I was, yeah, or I wasn't. You were, or you weren't, So he, she, or it was, he was, yeah. Or he, she, or it wasn't. So we were, we weren't, and they, yeah, they were, or they weren't. Okay, good. So for the present, we have 3. So am, is, are. For the past, it's just 2. Was, were, wasn't, weren't. Okay? And the past of can, yeah, it's good, yeah, it's could. So the past, and it's invariable, yeah, like the present, can is invariable. So the positive, so I can speak 5 languages. Bob can speak 5 languages. He could speak 5 languages last year. Or he couldn't speak 5 languages. So can in the past is could. Okay. Now listen again. Listen to some sentences, and can you repeat the sentences? Okay. And if you want the dialogue is on page 123. Okay, so listen now and repeat the sentences. Okay.
Tape script 5.10. 1,
It was Monday.
2,
We were at school.
3,
Was it sunny?
Yes, it was.
4,
Was it cold?
No, it wasn't.
5,
Were you at school?
Yes, we were.
6,
Were they at school?
No, they weren't.
Yeah, it's okay. Good. Now, we can't do exercise number 2, but we can do exercise number 3. So, can you stop the video? Can you stop the video and can you complete exercise number 3? Okay, so this again, this is to practice the past of be and can. It's just practice today. Okay, so stop the video and complete exercise number 3 with the past form of the verb. Okay. Okay, yeah. So, the solution. So here we have it. So number 1, exercise 3, number 1. So I wasn't at school yesterday because I was ill. So I was ill. My parents weren't at work last week. La semaine dernière, last week. They were on holiday in Spain. Well, naturally, the soft pronunciation, they were. So they were on holiday. They were on holiday in Spain. Or number 3, where were you last night? I phoned, but you weren't at home. Or more naturally, with the soft pronunciation, where were you? Where were you? Where were you last night? I phoned, but you weren't at home. Okay. Or number 4, it's the past for can. So I could read and write. Je savais. Yeah, I could read and write when I was just 5 years old. Quand je n'avais que 5 ans. When I was just 5 years old. Or the soft pronunciation, when I was. Yeah, so when I was just 5. And my sister couldn't She couldn't read until jusqu'à, until or avant l'âge de. She couldn't read until she was 7 years old. Until she was 7 years old. Okay, good. So, and the question, donc, où étiez-vous, is where were you? Where were you? Where were you? Where were you? Okay. So here, you see number 4. This is the question. Number 4. The question is, where were you? So try to repeat. Where were you? Where were you? Where were you? Okay, and the time. So for example, à 8 heures ce matin. So where were you? Où étiez-vous? So where were you at 8 o'clock today, this morning? I was in bed. I know, big shock. Okay. Where were you at 10 o'clock? Yeah. Hier soir, last night. I was in my lounge. Yeah. I was talking. Je parlais. I was talking to my friends on Zoom. Maybe you know Zoom. So where were you at this time, this moment? Yeah, yesterday. Oh well, I wasn't in town. I wasn't at the cinema. What a shock! I was here. So where were you last Saturday evening? So samedi soir dernier. Yeah. Oh, I was here in my house last Saturday evening, and the Saturday before I was here, and the Saturday before I was here. Probably I will be here, je serai ici, for a long time. Okay. But we have the video. So, where were you last Sunday morning? I was here. They did. Now, can you see these two children? Ils sont de prodiges. Yeah, they are child prodigies. Yes, I am very jealous of child prodigies. And look at the photos. We have Mark Yu. We have Cleopatra. Ridiculous name. Cleopatra Stratton. Okay, well, you can imagine. What can they do? So Mark, he can play the piano, I imagine. And Cleopatra, she can sing. Elle sait chanter. She can sing. Okay, so again, we have an audio exercise. So can you listen and complete the sentences about Mark Yu? Okay.
Tape script 5.11.
Mark Yu, pianist.
He was born on January the 5th, 1999, in California, USA. He can play the piano and the cello. He could play the piano when he was 3. He could play the cello when he was 4. Last year, he played with Lang Lang, the famous Chinese pianist in New York. They were a big success.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. And remember, you have the dialogue at the end of the book. Okay, now, the same idea. So can you make some sentences for Cleopatra? Cleopatra, the girl, not Cleopatra, the Queen of Egypt. No, okay. And I want to use the past, so was, were, could. Okay. So she, born October 7th, 2002, Moldova, près de, near Romania. Yeah, so she was born on October the 7th in 2002 in Moldova near Romania. Okay, so stop the video. Yeah, think, what are the sentences, okay, you can make in the past? Okay, you have an idea. So now listen to the sentences and check. Yeah.
Tape script 5.12.
Cleopatra Stratton, singer.
She was born on October the 7th, 2002 in Moldova near Romania. She could sing beautifully when she was just 2 years old. When she was 3, she made an album, La Vasta de 3 anni. Her album was a big success. 150,000 were sold round the world.
Yeah. Okay. So what are the questions for exercise number 4? So again, it's the past. So when born, so Mark, for example, when born. So when was Mark born? When was Mark born? Yeah. When was he born? Or Cleopatra, when was she born? Yeah. Never, 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 when is he born? Okay? It's the past. Pour être né, it's the past. Okay. Okay, and where? It's the same. Where was he born? Where was Mark born? Where was he born? Or where was she born? Where was she born? So Mark can play the piano. Now he can play, he can play. So how old was he when he could play the piano? How old was he when he could play the piano? How old was he when he could play the piano? Yeah. Or Cleopatra, how old was she when she could sing? How old was she when she could sing? How old was she when she could sing? Yeah. Okay, good. Now, again, here we have a man, well, a young man, Pablo Picasso. Maybe you know his name, maybe. So he was also a child prodigy like Mark and Cleopatra. Okay. So stop the video and try to imagine the complete conversation. Try to think, what is the conversation? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, is it okay? So now, again, the same idea to practice. And you can repeat the conversation. Remember, it's a good exercise to memorize, to repeat. So listen again.
Tape script 5.13. Pablo Picasso. October the 25th, 1881 to April the 8th, 1973.
Hey, look at that painting. It's a Picasso.
Oh, yes. Fantastic.
Where was Picasso born?
In Malaga.
Ah, so he was Spanish.
Yes, he was.
Were his parents rich?
Well, they weren't rich and they weren't poor. His father, Don Jose, was a painter and a professor of art. His mother, Doña Maria, was a housewife.
So was Picasso good at drawing when he was young?
Oh, yes. He was a child prodigy. He could draw before he could speak. His first word was lápiz, which is Spanish for pencil.
Wow, what a story.
Yeah. Were you correct? Were you correct? Yeah, of course. Of course you were. Of course you were, yes. Very good. Now just to finish today, what are the questions again? So look at talking about you. So when born? Yeah. So when were you born? When were you born? When were you born? Okay. Or where born? Where were you born? When? Sorry, where were you born? Where were you born? Where were you born? So where your parents born? Were encore. So where were your parents born? Were. Yeah. So where were your parents born? Where were your parents born? Where were your parents born? Okay. Or how old were you? Parce qu'on utilise être pour l'âge. Yeah. So how old were you when you could walk? How old were you? How old were you when you could talk? How old were you when you could read? How old were you when you could swim? Quand vous saviez nager. Yeah. How old were you when you could faire du vélo, ride a bike? How old were you when you could ride a bike? Utiliser un ordinateur. How old were you when you could use a computer? And how old were you when you could speak a foreign language? Okay. And remember, can, c'est pouvoir, mais on utilise aussi comme savoir-faire. Yeah? So, je sais parler gallois. I can speak Welsh, but in fact, je ne sais pas parler gallois. I can't speak Welsh. Okay. Now, do you want some homework? What? I can't hear you. You do. Yes, you want some homework. Well, I can give you lots to do today. So last time it was page 28 and here, so 1 to exercise 3. So this week, can you do page 29, exercise number 4 and 5. So it's to practice was, were, can, could, wasn't, weren't, can't, couldn't. Okay, so exercise 4 and 5, page 29, and all of page 30. So listen to Pete and Olivia, the audio, okay, and complete the chart here. Yeah. Complete this part with information from the audio conversation. Okay, and answer the questions in number 2. Okay, and complete the questions. Now, some questions are in the present. Yeah, do, does, is, are, etc. And some questions are in the past. Okay, and remember, you have the answers at the back of the book. Okay, so good luck. See you next week. I hope we can go out soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.